Going on to you Leos out here. You actually have the Seven of Cups, the Judgment, and then you have the Page of Wands for you Leos. So this is your 2026 yearly overview. So um you have a lot of people during early 2026 and 2026 coming around the corner. We're already approaching mid-November. But this is pretty much here being this represents for you Leos a position where you have people, like I said before, that want what it is that you have. Um, they they see you Leos as an example of what focus can essentially do. So a lot of you Leos are going really hard in the job, getting certain accolades, being noticed for the hard work that you put in and how great you are with what you do. And people are looking at you like, how great you came up, right? Like how well you came up, and they want to know what you do. It's no crappy patty secret formula. You just be quiet and you just work. And so the Judgment here and the Page of Wands here represents how so they want to be like you. They take inspiration from you at the job, and just maybe not necessarily just at the job, but it could also be in life, right? Like maybe you may know some people in your building or some people who may know you or know of you, and they see you as just doing your thing. Leo is one of those zodiac signs where, I mean, when a Leo is being disrespectful to you, I mean, but at the same time, Leo can also be one of those zodiac signs where, the genius shines through. So, the genius shines through. So this could really be, this could really be a situation for you where, like I said, people just look up to you. You Leos are kind of low key loving how things are moving because people just you just mind your business and you just stay quiet, and I've talked about this before that, like, what's one of the things that makes Michael Jordan great, who's an Aquarius, the opposite zodiac sign. I try to learn something that I can use from everybody, whether regardless of skin tone, regardless of eye color, regardless of hair color, regardless of curl pattern, regardless, right? I try to learn something that I can use from everyone that will benefit me, and I make it my own so that it's not just me just biting. I'm actually learning something from the person, regardless of whether they're teaching me or not. And so, I love how Michael Jordan has this uncanny ability to show up, do what he does, and leave. And you barely hear anything from him at all. When you hear from him, it's only based upon what he wants you to hear. You don't hear anything else from Michael Jordan. He is at where he is. When's the last time you heard a lot of news about Michael Jordan? And that's what makes Michael Jordan one of the greatest, is because of how quiet he is. He's not one of the greatest of all time, and then you see him on Twitter. Hey, I'm one of the greatest. XYZ. Da 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 da. You Michael Jordan handles who's an Aquarius, the opposite zodiac sign of Leo. And so the thing about it is that that's what you that's what you Leos are doing. The Six of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles here, and you're getting the accolades. You're getting the value back, right? You're getting the actual hard work that you put in. You're getting the reward for it, right? Regardless of if it's a pat on the back, like a proverbial pat on the back, you being kind of like a low-key celebrity because you Leos stand out. There'll be time you never know. There'll be times where you Leos, people will talk about you and they'll be like, yo, look at how buff the Leo is. Look at how beautiful the Leo is, right? To their friends. And then they see you and then they get a chance to actually like talk with you because they may get into like the elevator shaft with you, right? The elevator, not, you know what I mean? The elevator with you. And then they're like, hey, it's you. All of that. And so the thing about it is that Ten of Pentacles here represents how a lot of you Leos, you're enjoying your time being alive. And the Six of Pentacles, right? You know, finally the chickens have come home to roost for you Leos in a good way. All the hard work that you've been putting in, you know, you've been getting, you know, you're getting exalted for the hard work that you're putting in finally, right? And it's not the way that you thought, right? When you're young and you're brash and you're getting attention based upon popularity. Now you're getting attention, yeah, based upon popularity, but you're popular because you're putting in good work and you stand out to a lot of other people. And so you Leos, actually, your lifestyle is changing for the better. Again, the Tower and the Sun card is Leo, Tower card is Scorpio, right? So it just also represents how, you know, a lot of, another thing too, you Leos towards the middle of the year, you're doing a lot of spring cleaning. So even though it's like May, June, basically the summer, right? I don't know about y'all, but for me, the summer is June, July, and August. And then with May, right? You know, May is like late spring. I don't know about y'all. That's just me. Maybe a lot of you think of it like that, but and so the thing with it is that um this here represents you Leos could also 2026 let go of subscriptions. And what I mean when I say subscriptions, I mean like things that you don't need anymore, that you like habits, things that you pay for that you don't need, old habits that you used to do. You know, you're learning how to let go of certain things. And then that makes more money in your pocket. More, not just money. It's not just about money. It's less things to think about, right? Like less things to worry about. You Leos are enjoying your life. You have less things holding you back, stopping you, less things making you feel like you can do certain things, freeing yourselves up from certain things. So magazine subscriptions, subscriptions from this, subscriptions from that. You know what I'm saying? Unsubscribing pretty much, right? Not from the channel, hopefully, but I mean like things and things that you don't need, things that you do not have, you do not put any value on, right? Like, you know, I got rid of cable. And the reason why, not because I couldn't pay for it, but because I don't watch cable. And then not only that too, but for my peoples, for my family, it was getting to a point where, you know, my mom didn't like it because of how expensive it was getting for her. Because she likes cable, but at the same time, it's like because it keeps her busy and she, you know, watches what she wants to watch. But it's like they charging her $250, right, for it, almost $250. My mom's like, well, what's up with this? Had to let go of the cable because it's like for her, that's a no-no, right? Like she's like, this is overdone. So just getting rid of these subscriptions. And the Sun card here is that now you have less things to think about. You are exalted even more. You Leos are raised up even more because less things holding you back. So things that you may have had to like take care of, it was this 2025 and early 2026, right? The top of the fiscal year, January, February, March, is like the old, like the ending days of like things that would hold you back from doing what you want. There's a lot of you Leos actually like getting rid of things. And so now the thing about it is that the King of Pentacles here, again, the King of Pentacles, much more leverage, much more, the ball is in your court, much more. You get to do whatever you want, right? When I think of the King of Pentacles, when done right, specifically, not trying to run game, but when done right, I think of the King of Pentacles as a king that's like, you get to do whatever you want. Excuse me. You get to do whatever you want. Authority, power, right? You Leos get to literally do what you want to do. Why? Because you don't have a whole lot holding you back. What you have is the things that you want to have in your life, and that's very fulfilling, right? Whatever that means for you, right? Maybe cable, maybe not cable. You go to work, you work, you enjoy your work, you come back home because you don't have time to watch cable like that, right? You don't have cable, right? You go to the gym, you do your thing, you hang out, you live your life, you enjoy it, you get time away from work, right? You don't have to think about these bills and all that other type of stuff because, a lot of things in life are subscriptions. If you think about it, the cable, phone bill, these are subscriptions. You are subscribing to being charged this, that, and the third. And so when you let go of the subscriptions, that magazine, this, that, the third, your buying habits is also a form of a subscription because you Leos, you agree to buy this at a time. When you Leos are like, you know what, it's time to actually minimize or not buy these things anymore, what happens? Now it's like you have way more what you want to do because now it's the things that you've done, the habits that you Leos were doing that slowed the growth. Basically it stopped, and so now you get fast growth, right? And so you have the strength card, which is also Leo, you see, so y'all are all through in here. And then you Leos also have the page of pentacles, growth spiritually and materially. Pentacles are growth spiritually and materially, or immaterially and materially. And by the end of the year, you Leos are going to be very proud of yourselves about how you're going to be setting goals in 2027, even bigger ones that you might reach. Who knows? So this might actually end up being my last yearly overview because I don't really get the views and everything like that. But yeah, so let's clarify the page of pentacles. You have the Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, Five of Swords, and then you have the Judgment for you. So what's going on here for you, Leos, right, represents how y'all are in a place where the Seven of Pentacles, to clarify the Page of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups. You Leos are going to be, y'all are going to have a smile on your face by the end of the year. That's all I'm going to say. Y'all are going to be good by the end of the year because the letting go of the things that hold you back, the fake friends, the things that bring you down, the things that you used to pay for that doesn't make sense anymore, you're going to see the big difference in your life, right? I have things that I am creating, but eventually those things are going to subside. My dog is my last big purchase, as far as, hopefully, right, as far as my dog checkup and everything like that. After that, way more profits. I'm still going to pay for her medications, my dog I'm talking about, but that's my point, right? And more to go on to these projects, the things that I actually have that I want to do more. Not saying that I don't want to give my dog medications, but I mean like to help her out. But I mean like in a sense of, I got a browser coming out, right? Among other things that y'all are gonna like. I hope y'all will like. A virtual reality store that I'm coming out with. All of that is happening. So, right, with that being said, the Nine of Cups here also represents you're going to feel good about this, like I was saying. And then for you, Leos, the Five of Swords and the Judgment is about how, and you're delivered from the stupid people, back and forth with them, and the jealousy and the envy. Like, it's just you at this point because you Leos are kind of staying clear from that very clear from that. And you're going to continue to work. Not saying that you Leos are not going to date, but what I am saying is that, like, if you see a pattern with them of like trying to bring you down, you'll get rid of them. You'll excommunicate them from your life. So by the end of the 2020, you're gonna have a great year. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel 200K. We're at 29,035 subscribers. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button. No, 29,135 subscribers. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever it is that I drop my videos. Peace, Leo.